guys, how are you? Welcome into a Saturday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Matt. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM and the offer to win $10 or bet $10 to win $150 easy with a new account with BetMGM. Use that promo code Juice150 at sign up to get that offer. Audio wherever you get your audio podcasts, YouTube for the video. Okay, so we go 0-1 last night. Philadelphia does not beat the Dallas Mavericks. Big rally in the second half for Dallas. So unfortunately, we go 0-1 on the night. But fine. Parlay doesn't hit because we go 1-3. Creighton got hammered. It was not a pretty game for the Blue Jays. Utah does cover, but Charlotte lost at home as well. So 1-2 on the parlay. So not a good showing there, but that's why we bet them once, every 6 weeks. If we hit it, then we're profitable. So 1-2 so far, still profitable on the parlays, but they don't count because they're for fun. And well, I lost it. I threw a couple of bucks at it, but not a big deal. So we lose there. So losing night on a Friday, coming back on a Saturday with 3 bets. They happen to be on the 3 biggest games for college basketball. Not betting the All-Star game for hockey. Probably not betting the Pro Bowl on Sunday either, but college basketball, I think there's like 140 games or something going on here tonight. So 3 big ones that we're going to have bets on here tonight. And let's start with Baylor at Kansas. I think this is a pretty good spot to jump on KU here at home, just laying 2 points at home against Baylor. Now Kansas is getting their best player back off COVID-19 protocol in Ajabaji. You've got a Baylor team that, look, they could be slowing down here a little bit. They lost to Alabama on the road by 9. They beat West Virginia at home only by 4 after they blew out Kansas State and blew out Oklahoma in a big one over West Virginia. So we have to kind of watch the injury report here a little bit and make sure everyone we think is going to play is going to be wind up playing here for Baylor and for Kansas. But it looks like Kansas is going to be pretty close, having obviously their best player coming back. And look, I think this is a good spot for KU, a little bit of a buy low spot on Kansas. People are going to come in here on Baylor, I think. Win by 9 against Iowa State. The loss to Kentucky by 18 kind of woke them up because it snapped a 6-game winning streak. For Kansas, I still think KU is a really good team, even though they're just 1-4 against the spread over the last 5. They are 5-6 at home. Baylor 5-3-1 on the road. Big 12 not been great for either team. Baylor 4-5 against the spread against the Big 12, and Kansas 3-5 against the spread. I'm going to take the home team here and Kansas to kind of rise up. It could be like a preview of an Elite 8 matchup. I'm going to lay the 2 points here. I'm taking Kansas at home, -2. Home teams in February, I shade a lot towards them. I really look to the home teams, especially if it's a short number. Just 2 points. KU -2, half a unit. I'm going with Rock Chalk here. Kansas at home against Baylor. Pick number 3. Alabama at home, catching 1.5 points against Kentucky. Alabama 8-14 against the spread this year. Not good. Kentucky 10-12 against the spread. Equally not good. Alabama is 1-8 in SEC play against the spread. That's gross. Kentucky is 3-6. 3-6 though, not great. On the road, 3-5 for KU, 4-7 for Alabama at home. Both teams last time out did not cover. One lost, one won. Auburn ran Alabama out of the gym, killed them. But they beat Baylor in their last game. They had a 3-game stretch of Baylor, Auburn, and then Kentucky. Horrible for Bama. Really tough. When the threes don't fall, Alabama struggles. But at home, 3-point shots tend to fall a bit more. They beat LSU. They beat Missouri. They beat Baylor in their last 3 home games. Here comes Kentucky. Kentucky has won 3 games in a row. Kentucky has won, 7 of 8 straight up. Kentucky is just 1-4, though, against the spread over the last 5, 4-6. Alabama, 1-4, also against the spread, 2-8 against the spread. This is a buy low spot when it comes to Nate Oates' team. I think Alabama at home is a different team. Kentucky coming in, you're going to get Bama's best effort. They rose up against Baylor. They laid down against Auburn. I think they rise back up here at home as a home dog, catching 1.5 points. I'm going to ride with Alabama at home in Tuscaloosa here with Nate Oates' team getting a win here over Kentucky. I think they win the game outright, but I'll take the plus 1.5 points here. Alabama plus 1.5 against Kentucky. Half a unit on the Crimson Tide coming up here in the SEC. And then finally, I'm going to go to the Big East and Villanova. This is a must-win game for Villanova. They are at home. They are very much trying to keep themselves in the running here in the Big East. We got 2 units riding on Nova to win the Big East. Providence is 9-1 in conference. Nova is 9-3. UConn 6-3. Marquette in between 8-4. They lose this game. They've got 2 games coming up with Providence. They have not played Providence yet. Nova cannot lose this game at home. Simply cannot happen. Nova's 12-10 against the spread this year against the number. UConn is 10-10, coming off that loss to Creighton where they were 10.5-point favorites. They lost by 4. They were laying 9.5 against DePaul and they won by 7. Over the last 5, they're 3-2. Villanova's 1-4 over the last 5. Not good, but they're 7-5 in Big East play against the spread, and they're 6-3 at home. They're laying 5.5 here at home. This is a team that at home against DePaul laid 17.5, won by 24. They're laying 13.5 against St. John's, and they won by 11. But I think this is a huge game here for Villanova. They've got to win. I think they do win. I like the 5.5. If it goes to 6, I don't really like it, but under 2 possessions, keep it as a 2-possession game. I think Villanova can win this game here, ride the home crowd. I do think that UConn was looking ahead to Villanova, and that's why they kind of overlooked Creighton and they got caught. But Nova needs this game. Nova can't lose any more games, in particular at home. Nova can't lose any more games. I think they get Nova's best effort here tonight. I think Villanova's a better basketball team than UConn. I'm going to lay the 5.5 points here at home. Villanova minus 5.5 for a half a unit. Okay, so 3 bets. Kansas -2 at home against Baylor. Alabama +1.5 at home against Kentucky. And Villanova minus 5.5 at home against UConn. 3 bets, half a unit, 3 bets in play on a Saturday. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.